right, welcome back once again to the Osu Mania 7 Key World Cup 2026 edition. As we mentioned in the previous matchup, we've got one more match left of this round of 32 weekend. We've got our number 14 seeded Germany versus our number 19 seeded Mexico, looking for another close matchup just to close out the weekend. I will be commentating for you. I am Toph Daddy, joined here by Sparky. Same commentary crew as before, but how are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Excited to close this one out on hopefully a bit of a spectacle. Two very strong lineups going up against each other, looking to try and punch their ticket into the round of 16 winners bracket. I don't know what to expect from these two rosters, if I'm being perfectly honest. On any given day, it feels like this could come down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of what being the mid-seed means at this point in a tournament like this. Could go either way. Qualifiers aren't necessarily going to give us an exact eye into what these two teams are going to be the strongest at. We do note that Mexico may be a little weaker on the accuracy Rice side, so we could see Germany try to take advantage of that, but even then, the qualifier is still a bit harder than what we see in this pool, so that could all just be thrown out the window depending on how these two teams are able to perform at a lower difficulty level.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like every match is always like, okay, Protect spams will give us some insight. I feel like this one might be like that to a T. Basically, a lot is going to be determined from what both teams decide to keep around and what they decide to get rid of. If our saying the accuracy stuff might be a bit on the weaker side for one of these rosters, I could see a lot of the Rice picks starting to get targeted, but Germany protecting Rice 1 is already pretty telling as to where their headspace is. Let's see what Mexico decides to protect in response.
Yeah, I would almost expect them to kind of go around the LM range of things. I could also see Mexico maybe opting to stick around the EX pool, because it looks like they start to get stronger as the pools get a little bit harder, and that might be a point that they want to stick to Germany, though I guess it really just depends on how they're feeling.
Absolutely. I think the most wild protect could possibly be like EX3, just to ensure that it sticks around. There are other very fine picks as well if you want to keep like difficulty around, but if you wanted to like not swing one way or the other, not gonna have to get into it. Rice 3 is gonna be the protect here, so double Rice protects. Now we'll see what the bans are.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those interesting situations where we mentioned that Germany and Mexico both not really, I don't think they have a specialty at all. Like, their qualifier results are a little bit all over the place. It really might just be on a map by map basis, and both of the teams feeling most comfortable with the Rice in this pool definitely highlights that, and it could signal a bit of a crazy match, especially if this starts to go the distance.
What are the odds of a... dang it. I was about to start saying, what are the
Rice
odds
ban?
Of a Rice 4 ban in particular? That's the one map I'm eyeing here. As
we still have Germany's ban still available. I don't necessarily expect them to ban Rice, but it would be funny if they did.
Absolutely. Mexico getting rid of LN2. Not the most surprising in the world if we're on that point of like both these teams being in like that solid middle ground. I feel like it really just comes down to stylistic choices being the determining factor for what they're deciding to get rid of, and LN1, LN2 are pretty solid choices if you're just not going to commit one way or the other, or if you are trying to commit one way. With a Rice protect, it feels about right, so we'll have to wait and see what Germany gets rid of here.
Yeah, the funny situation, too, is that there's a potential that Germany was planning to ban LN2 as well, so they might be thinking a little bit harder about what they want to ultimately go with now that Mexico has taken it off the board themselves.
Yeah, now we go into the realm of like, okay, do we get rid of what we're not great at? Do we get rid of stuff that's hard? The outside determination of do we get rid of the longest map in the pool? Because as we all know, playing long maps is very tiring.
Yes, Rice 4 ban! Yes! That's
All
hype!
right.
That's so hype. I love you, Germany. That's a great choice. I love them taking out the coin flip map for this matchup.
Yeah.
Especially seeing both teams protecting Rice. Germany opting to get rid of what is potentially just a coin flip, depending on who misses, is, I think, it takes a lot of pressure off them, I think.
Yeah, that in this context, like we've seen it already where that map teeters on a knife's edge at the best of times. You don't want to have a bad run on Rice 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so just completely eliminating it from the equation feels like the lesser of all evils. And Germany going for LN1. I was going to pivot to this at some point where Germany on these release-oriented picks, based on what I can remember from their lineup composition, they do have a roster fit for this that can actually swing some really good scores on these more release-oriented picks. So yeah, they might have gotten rid of LN2 because coordination's kind of hellish to play sometimes, but release probably more confident on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're in a position where I think if you look at qualifiers, which is all we can really do right now, right. Germany and Mexico are neck and neck on the coordination pick from qualifiers, but Mexico is clearly uncomfortable with these long no picks, having banned it out themselves. So maybe Germany is trying to push for, rather than going with something they feel 100% confident in, going for something that they think Mexico's not going to have as much confidence in.
Yeah, and there's a good opening pick if you just don't want to commit to going for the protect early. It feels like of all the quote-unquote safe picks Germany has, this might be the safest amongst everything else without having to like put yourself at risk of having Mexico pull a fast one on something. So we'll have to wait and see. Sukiya and Blaku probably going to be the two in for Germany on this one. Mexico going to have Kopi and Strehu. Or Astrov? Yeah, Astrov. I thought the V was a U. Yeah. On the periphery, it looked like a U. That's why it was like, oh, that's right. Okay. I'll learn how to read eventually. Today
eventually. But what's really interesting about this is that if Germany is not super confident in this could also give Mexico sort of a path in during this match. If Germany is not able to take this early point and Mexico starts off with a break point, that could put some confidence under their belt for some of the hybrids or even some of the other long no picks that are still available, even though they did ban out LN2.
Yeah, for sure. The last thing you want if you are Germany is to capitulate this pick and effectively give Mexico some confidence that might otherwise not have been there going into these picks, where you might, I don't want to say embolden them enough to go into them willingly, but they definitely put up a bit more of a fight if they do get them picked against them moving forward. So we'll have to see how that works out. I have plenty of confidence that everybody in this lobby is more than capable of swinging a score on this, but at least for me, it's my first time seeing this map actually played. So
that's so interesting to me, because the first day, this was the LN pick that was kept open between LN1 and 2. We didn't even get our first pick of LN2 until the end of Saturday. But now this is the first time we've seen it, kind of the opposite case, and we see two very quick breaks from both sides, Astrav and Blaku, trading misses there, but the accuracy favoring Germany for now. A much bigger break from Astrav there that helps Germany maintain a lead for now.
Yeah, about 8,000 points to the good. Blacku just trying to reestablish a bit of a foothold here in this map, picking up another drop, gonna dent this lead that they had built up, and now with Sukiya and Kopi and Ostrov above that 400 combo cap could potentially give Mexico an opportunity to shrink this back on over to their side. But that being said, Ostrov lagging behind in terms of overall accuracy, so Blacku can get back up over that 400 combo cap, can start kind of repairing some of the damage being done to their team score as we approach this back half.
Yeah, trying to build that back up, but it's 2 misses to 1, so Ostrov might be able to pull that back, though. Blacku up to just about 400 combo, and this lead is basically non-existent, but still just barely in favor of Germany, though we do see a little bit of an accuracy drop, and it looks like that now it's just playing tug of war with that colored bar, and we only have a third of the map left, though the highest density of the map does come out, and Blacku's going to find a second break and get that over to Mexico. Another one comes out, and now that lead starts to skyrocket as Ostrov finds their ground and gets above 1,000 combo, and Mexico looking like they might be able to take this breakpoint if they can hold through this last quarter.
Yeah, very importantly there, the battle between Sukiya and Kopi. Sukiya was just picking up 200s here and there through that last section, while Blacku was having their bit of a struggle, was starting to have it teeter over to Mexico, but the straw that breaks the camel's back there, those misses from Blacku in that last section, giving Mexico about 10,000 points to work with. This is the most complicated part of the map we have seen so far. Ostrov hanging on for dear life. You see those 200s raining down at 6,000 points as the last note comes down. Mexico manages to hang on and get the first breakpoint in this match. What a run from Kopi there. 991k to help secure that point.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about. Mexico, now with the breakpoint under their belt, maybe feels more confident with LNs, especially if they start to fall behind or if Germany finds some footing in this matchup. But now this opens up the selection opportunities for Mexico. I don't think they'd want to pick into long notes because the biggest reason they won there was because of the misses from Blacku. The accuracy, aside from those misses, well favored Germany. So Mexico's not going to want to be all willy-nilly with the long note picks, but it does give them a little bit of confidence that if it's needed, they can go into those if it's needed.
Yeah, for sure. So gonna have to keep an eye on how that progresses from here. If Germany decides to go for something like LN3 on their next pick or dive into the upper side of the pool. They did protect Rice 1 for a reason, so gonna need to keep tabs on that. But now Mexico with a breakpoint in the back pocket, do they get a little risky with it here? Or do they decide to go for something like, say, their protect Rice 3? You've got Rice 2 on the cards as well. Maybe it gives them the confidence to go into one of the hybrids. And sure enough,
Hybrid 3. That's an interesting selection. I do like that they're not going so gung-ho into the long notes. That said, digging more further into the Rice, obviously it's not exactly Rice, but still has the physical requirements and accuracy requirements of the Rice pool, could give Germany an in as well. This is one of those matches where I just don't know if safe picks exist. We've already seen that Germany's first pick went a little bit awry, and this one could easily go the other way around with Mexico picking it and Germany taking a breakpoint right away.
Absolutely. I mean, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that both these teams just kind of handshake each other's picks, and we just have literally eight breakpoints in a row.
That's what I was about to say. Imagine 8 breakpoints in a row. What a match that would be.
I mean, it's happened before.
I've seen some crazy. I was a part of a crazy match like that in 2019. In a finals match that was best of 11 or best of 13. We had 7 breakpoints in that match.
Yeah, so I mean, stranger things have happened. But I think for Mexico's sake, I think they're kind of riding that high of getting a breakpoint they probably weren't expecting. I mean, they probably bet on themselves 7 days of the week. to swing a performance, but to actually get it is a whole different story. So as we get this one underway, Black are going to pick up the first early drop of the lobby, a couple to give Mexico an early advantage through this introduction. 7,000 points to the good as 3 players hang on to their full combos, crossing that 400 combo threshold.
Yeah, a couple of issues on some of those more coordination-heavy long notes, but we're getting into a heftier Rice section here. Those were big drops, but accuracy-wise, actually, despite having 3 drops, it's not too bad for Blacku. You can see that lead shrinking just a little bit, but not going to shrink if Blacku can't hold on to the combo consistently a third of the way through. Blacku already having about 4 misses, whereas Mexico on the double FC with Astrav a little bit behind on the accuracy comparatively, but that combo is doing more than enough legwork to keep Mexico with that 5-digit lead right now.
We're reaching a point as we cross this halfway point where the structural foundation of Mexico's lead is effectively being held together by a toothpick right now. And as I say that, Astrav going to be the one to find the drop. That was the one person you couldn't afford to have drop because of the fact that Sukiya has such an overwhelming advantage over Kobe, 2/10 ahead of them and a full percent ahead of Astrav almost. Going to give Germany the lead back despite Blacku's early struggles. They have recovered nicely above 1,000 combo now, lending their supporting score to the FC of Sukiya. And now it falls on the shoulders of Kobe to try and wrestle some of this lead back as Astrav begins to make the recovery run. There's a start. Blacku finds a miss.
Yeah, and that lead was not too big to begin with. It was only about 5,000 points. Astrav above 400 combo, and that lead slowly shrinking. Blacku with a second miss there. Astrav and Blacku, the only 2 who've missed so far, but they keep trading them back and forth. But Blacku having a few more here as we get to the last patterns. And despite falling apart a little bit in the middle, Astrav with the recovery is going to secure that second point for Mexico.
All right. That's a run. A near V1 double S from Sukiya goes unrewarded here. A heck of an answer from Kopi to keep them in check to avoid potentially giving that one over at the 11th hour. And Mexico successfully capitalizes on that breakpoint. 0-2 now, going to Germany's next pick. Well, I said I wanted fireworks, so far, despite the scoreline here, not a bad start to this match.
Definitely is not a bad start at all. Germany had a chance to strike back here. They are kind of in need of one. This is a desperate situation almost. And we still haven't seen how the Rice pool by itself is going to go. 2 picks in, and we've only seen an LM pick and a hybrid pick, despite both teams protecting Rice. So, very, very important decision here for Germany.
I think they need to get away from these LN structures. It's proving to be a bit of a pain point for them. And it's like they've managed for large wave of songs so far. It's gonna be EX2 though, not going to the Rice pool yet.
This is more long notes. What's happening?
I don't know. They're
fascinating.
They clearly know something.
In my opinion,
yes,
they have to know something at this point.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, in the context of this match, the way it's gone so far, it feels like they are underperforming on these LMs. Maybe they're just trying to find one that kind of makes everything click again. Because for right now, it's kind of like you have like a puncture in the tire right now, and it's causing performance issues. So they're just gonna try and see if it like dislodges itself somehow by virtue of just making the LNs progressively harder.
Well, that's one of the things too, is that like you'd expect if Germany already lost an LN pick, you would expect them only going into this long note pick is because they feel like they're stronger on it, especially as the difficulty goes up. But if you're on paper, Germany is stronger than Mexico at LNs. If we look back at the qualifiers, On the easiest LN or on the coordination aspect, Germany was 3 spots ahead of Mexico. On the mid-game one, they were 3 spots ahead of Mexico. And on the late-game one, they were 2 spots ahead of Mexico. So on paper, this should favor them. But we've already seen Mexico able to take advantage of some untimely errors on Germany's side. And that's a big risk to be taking when you're in a position that if you don't win this, Mexico will have won 2 break points and is on the verge of match point.
Yeah. With a majority of the rice pool open as well to kind of fall back on if things start going south for them. So this is effectively the most important pick for Germany, it feels like. If nothing else, just for their overall team confidence on this. And already off to a bit of a shaky start. Blaku once again finding the early drop to start this match off. And Kopi and Ostrov pretty balanced overall in their performance, 99.5 accuracy for them, as once again Sukiya just kind of blasting off into the stratosphere on their own, 99.8, nigh untouchable accuracy, just trying to keep the ship afloat here for Germany, keeping this lead in check for that Mexico has.
Yeah, absolutely. That lead is shrinking a little bit, though. The accuracy wasn't too big of a drop from Blaku there, and it's well above of Astro here. And now that lead is starting to get back now that they have recovered their combo.
Oh, but right as they start to settle in a little bit, you get into these more coordination-heavy sections where it's like you have these really long LNs to hold on to. Feels like that's really what's giving them the issues here, as they bleed a little bit more accuracy over the way of Ostrov. Now Ostrov ahead of them by about 1/10% with a couple of misses to work with as well. Gonna account for a bulk of this 9,000 point lead that Mexico has. But as the Densi begins to wrap up, Ostrov with a pretty nasty drop of their own. And immediately we begin trading back and forth. Kopi falls as well. Both FCs gone for Mexico.
Wait a minute, though. Boy. Those 2 misses are going to be enough for it looks like Germany to kind of start taking the lead. The only full combo left on Sukiya Whiskers. And despite a few drops from Blaku, Kopi's going to find another one. And Germany's going to start taking their first big lead of this match. But Blaku's going to trade it back, and it's going to go right back to a tug of war. Though the accuracy drop was not quite as big, especially with Ashraf now below 99%. And it looks like Germany might be able to hold on to it, but we still have a little bit left. Blaku with another miss as Kopi gets above 400 combo, and this is going to come down to the wire.
Going through this outro, this coordination section cannot end fast enough. This has been the struggle bus Germany has been riding. They needed this to get denser here at the end, already capitulating that lead, but Kopi finding another drop on this outro.
Oh my goodness! You can't do that to me!
Oh, Mexico hangs on for the second break point. It is 0-3 in their favor. 3,000 points the margin, despite the efforts of Sukiya, the singular 100, a near 990k performance. Oh my goodness.
Once again, not getting rewarded for their efforts. And it's not like the accuracies are bad from anyone here. Blaku actually beating out Astrav in terms of 200 count. It's all coming from the combo breaks.
Yeah, just these untimely either slider breaks or just releasing a little too early, getting the full miss credited to them. It's making a difference, and it's like for Mexico's efforts, they are hanging on just long enough, able to withstand just enough to eke these points out. They are fighting tooth and nail to keep that lead on their side, even swinging it on over. They're here to fight back for these points. So with Mexico up to pick now, I mean, if anything, the confidence is through the roof right now. Yeah, this makes sense.
If I'm that, I'm thinking Germany's got a player who's struggling to keep combo on these long note heavy picks. Let's just keep attacking it and see what happens. Hybrid 2 basically expected at that point. I think LN3 is still going to be a little bit of an avoid. I think that gets closer to the comfortable area of long notes and less on the coordination aspect. This Hybrid 2, not quite the same case.
Right. And I mean, after this, we're going to have another round of bans. Perfect opportunity for Mexico to just get rid of it. To ensure, to really just tighten the screw there of like, all right, you have nothing left in terms of LNs that can really do any damage to us. Let's see how you do on the rice. This is a little bit more rice heavy than the other ones, I imagine. I'm thinking.
I'd be really interested. I'm actually so interested to see how this ban phase goes, because they banned one hybrid. No, they banned Rice 4 and LN 2.
Yes.
And at this point, you'll have Hybrid 1 and Long Note 3 and EX3 as available hybrids and long notes. Otherwise, it's just Rice. I'm very curious to see how the strategy is going to move, but I think that this map's result is going to say a lot more about what they expect to do than anything else. Because if Germany doesn't win this, I think you have to ban Hybrid 1. You have to.
Yeah.
Or EX3, one of the two. It doesn't really matter, but one of those hybrids has to be gone.
Something. I imagine we're just going to transition to a full Rice gauntlet, potentially. We'll have to wait and see. What really is important right now is if Germany can get this point secured, or if Mexico will make the same match point situation going into the second ban sequence. And right now, hot starts for everybody. Everybody holding on to their full combos through the introduction for the first time in what feels like a while now.
Yeah, but it feels a bit awkward to see that, because we've seen so many early misses coming out from both teams. But full combos staying alive a quarter of the way through the map. Accuracy advantage on the side of Germany, and Mexico gonna blink first. That also feels a little bit unusual. We've been seeing Blackview have a little bit of struggles throughout this match. This time Astrav going to find the first error and give Germany a small lead to start.
Absolutely. I mean, small lead, 8,000 points. We've seen that evaporate here in this match. Like, it doesn't feel like anything under 5 digits is safe compared to what we've seen in the past. Sukiya actually going to be the first one trading a miss back for Germany. That was huge for them. They've been the rock for Germany so far to try and keep some of these leads in check. So now the onus falls on Blacku to hold on to the FC. Sukiya missing on air now. Kobe trading him, though.
A complete flip in the script. Now Blacku, the last full combo on the board. And as I say that, they find the break. They needed to be the rock for the first time, and finding another break as Astrav, now the only one with a big combo, is going to be able to take Mexico into the lead with just a quarter of the map left. And this, unfortunately, is looking very good for Mexico so far. If you're a fan of Germany, just with the 4,000 point lead, we still have a little bit left. And everyone has been looking like they've had troubles on this map so far. And accuracy actually looks like it's favoring Germany still, despite those misses. And that lead is still shrinking.
It's 3,000 points, an eighth of the map left to go. Everybody above that 400 combo cap is going to come down to the wire. 2,000 points. Every 100th% matters. If there was ever a time to sharpshoot this outro, now is the time. Mexico manages to hang on once again. They cannot keep getting away with this. This is ridiculous now.
I don't think there's been a single map that Germany has not won the 200 battle in. And they have not won any of those points.
I don't know. I mean, if you're Germany, I feel like you're just kicking yourself at this point. Like, what do we have to do? These are really balanced team scores. When they do manage to put a run together, it's just Mexico. Once again, the resilience from them to just keep these misses to a minimum. That even when they both miss, it's singular. One here, and that's it. And they manage to hang on. With that being said, second rolls come out. Mexico wins it this time. They get first pick of the litter for the bans. LN3 feels like the right answer.
EX1, maybe? I can see EX1 getting banned by Mexico here.
They're going into this match, when it was 0-0, it felt like, okay, yeah, we get rid of the LNs. Now it's kind of like, do we even have to? Can they just afford to get rid of a map they score badly on?
If I'm on Mexico side, I'm saying no, we're not banning a long-wheel map. We've won 4 of them.
Yeah, you can get rid of Rice 2, Rice 5 if you don't want to play them at this point. EX1, like you were saying, get rid of the hardest one.
The real question is what Germany is going to do. I really don't know what to expect out of their next ban. And Rice 5 going to come out as Mexico's ban. So no tech picks, not looking to have an accuracy battle of any kind in this matchup. Which at this point, Germany's ban of Rice 4 maybe makes even more sense than I initially expected to. Because that was a coin flip because we thought it was going to be an accuracy battle, but Germany's been having a lot of combo struggles. And Rice 4 is the exact kind of map you don't want to have combo struggles with.
Germany bans LN3. They don't want to go for it anymore. They've realized it. I mean, this is mid-match evolution. I feel like LN3 going into this match was potentially a lock for Germany to want to go into. Given the way things have gone now, I don't think they want to touch LN anymore with a 10-foot pole. I feel like it has to be Rice 1 for the pick now for Germany.
Yes, they are going to go with their protect. They are going to start off the Rice pool now, and it's all or nothing at this point for Germany. They have to win 4 in a row just to take it to tiebreaker. That's their only choice now. And 2 of those have to be break points. But in order to start that journey, they have to win their own point here.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. I think if they had left LN3 on the table here, I think that is Mexico's next pick. Just to really emphasize that discrepancy that we've been seeing so far. Like, it's been a complete role reversal, despite these 2 being so evenly matched. I mean, it goes back to the on any given day. It just feels like Mexico's maybe been overperforming a little bit, and just that little bit extra is enough to secure these points. I mean, it has been tight margins on all of those picks. So now we go into the Rice. We get to see if Germany has a second gear to fall back into. I mean, for what it's worth, this scoreline doesn't really do justice to how close these maps have been.
Yeah, it's been ridiculously close. Now, these Rice picks, completely different story. I think a large majority of the issues that we've seen from both sides have been on the coordination and long note side. I am fascinated to see how this Rice pick goes.
Yeah, this is uncharted territory. We completely eliminate the prospect of coordination LNs kind of marring the landscape a little bit, kind of muddying the picture, going into what is effectively the most pure Rice pick in this pool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it goes pretty far to say that this is one of the more physical selections. It's definitely the fastest out of the regular Rice pool. It's just not dense and requires you to really have an understanding of the rhythm that everything is hitting at, because it's not necessarily connected rolls or anything, so you have to be very conscious of that, which makes it quite a good accuracy tester in general, especially for maps that require a lot of finger independence. And so far, that's well favoring Germany right now. Accuracy in favor of them. Both players in Germany well ahead of Mexico right now. And Kobe finding an early break will give Germany quite a nice lead now.
Yeah, 11,000 points is good. Astra falls as well. Both FCs gone for the side of Mexico, and this really feels like the panacea Germany needed. Just able to kind of stretch their legs, get the fingers flying here. 28,000 points, a very commanding lead in the grand scheme of this match with a quarter of the map left to go. Kopi falls once again. Sukiya trades that one back, but now they have a cushion to work with now. It's not as dangerous as it was earlier. And with an eighth of the map left to go, just got to ride it through to the end.
Yeah, just one full combo left on the board, and that's going to be Black Goo. But just a little bit left in this map, and Germany looking extremely strong, almost to a point where you'd expect them to be kind of kicking themselves for trying the one note path and then seeing an absolutely dominant performance on the rice pool here.
All right. Germany
Oh,
has entered the chat.
0-0-1-1. That's a core jack score right there.
All right. All right. All right. New game.
New game. Mexico has 2 picks left though.
Yeah.
And there's 2 hybrids left. You got hybrid 1 and you've got EX3. I think if Germany wants to win this, they need to break on 2 hybrid picks here.
Yeah.
And that's a rough task.
Yeah. The path for Mexico is in either order EX3 hybrid 1. It feels like that, to me, that feels like the path of least resistance. That being said, there's probably going to be a lot of resistance because all the breakpoints Mexico has won have not come easy. They've arrived, but they've had to fight for them. So I don't expect Germany to just roll over if Mexico does decide to go for either of those. They could also go for their protect if they feel so old.
Well, the other side of it too is that it's not like the hybrid picks were that far off. The biggest difference in any of those selections was less than 7,000 points.
Exactly. And we
like
saw
that Rice 1 was the largest difference by 30,000 points. Yeah. Over 30,000 points.
So Mexico not gonna chance any of those shenanigans. They're gonna go for hybrid 1. Makes sense in the context of this match, given everything we've seen. But like I said, Germany's not gonna roll over on this one.
Yeah.
At least I would hope not.
This is, at this point, I think Germany needs to kind of internalize that this is somewhat of a combo game, and that's keeping combo is the most important part because that's what's gotten them so far. Their accuracy outclasses Mexico on most of these picks. It's all in the combo breaks and not being able to stay consistent on it that's been really getting them in trouble here.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a slugfest. We've seen, like I said, you mentioned the largest margin on these LN hybrids so far has been, what, 7,000? We've seen 5-digit leads evaporate on these picks already. So it's not going to come easy, but they definitely have it within themselves. They've held on to these leads before. It's just been capitulating on some of these picks that have landed them in this situation. So, like you said, combo gaming. Skew the accuracy a little bit. Hold on to the combo. It matters in this match in particular.
It absolutely does. And Germany's on their back foot here. It might be Mexico's pick, but it is a necessary win for Germany in order to stay alive. Otherwise, Mexico will pull off the upset and move on in the winner's bracket to face China. So,
probably see an abort here.
That looks like an abort to me.
Yeah, but man, we're 2 for 2 on these together.
We love it. We love that happening all the time.
So, we get a fresh mulligan here, I imagine. Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. That's not the mulligan yet. We're just waiting for the abort command here.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, in the heat of the moment, trying to get the RRC attention. It's like, oh god, what do I do? And this is, so we'll kind of lay this one to rest right now. There we go. Gonna 2 for 2 on the keyboard. Keyboard issues. So
yeah, that's another keyboard issue.
And it's on the match point.
We're not gonna watch this end on a keyboard issue. We're not gonna do that.
No. Not for the final match of the round of 30. Not in any context, but particularly not in this one. We don't want it to go out like that. So Inside 30 seconds, we know the details. We'll run it again, and hopefully, knock on wood, everything goes according to plan.
No mechanical.
Which plan? Who knows?
Which plan? That's right. Whose plan? I don't know. The scriptwriters? We didn't say that. Are the scriptwriters cooking up a reverse sweep for Germany? I don't know. We won't be able to tell yet.
Listen, we're here for one job. We're just here to paint the picture.
We're here to paint the picture while it happens in front of you. We're the
Yes.
radio announcers here.
Absolutely.
We're watching a baseball game and making sure people in their cars know what's going on.
Absolutely. Wouldn't have it any other way. So, as we wait for everybody to kind of catch their breath a little bit, we'll get into this sixth map of this best of nine.
Best of 9. That's correct.
I always get the best ofs wrong. I should keep it simple. First to 5 of this first to 5 format.
First to 5 multiplied by 2 minus 1. That's all you gotta do.
Yep.
5 times 2 is 10, minus 1 is 9. Easy method.
Quick maths, but
quick maths. That's a reference.
Yeah, Blacku just. I imagine the nerves are at an all-time high. So just double checking to just make sure literally everything is okay. I mean, you've been in these high pressure situations before. I can only imagine what it's like sitting there on the verge of about to start a map in this context is like.
Oh, it's I can tell you what it's like. It is
terrifying,
stressful.
I would imagine. Yes.
Terrifying. My heart's beating at 200 BPM. It's my heart starts to match the BPM of the maps that are coming up. It's scary.
Yeah. So, not for the faint of heart. We want to make sure everybody's prepared. Everybody's ready. Here we go. Match point situation for Mexico on the cusp of punching their ticket into the round of 16 winner's side. Germany trying to stave off dropping down into that loser's bracket. Can they hang on, force the issue for another map? And right now, as we take stock of the situation, most everybody having a strong start, top half versus bottom half battle beginning to develop. Astra versus Blacku, Sukiya versus Kopi, as we have seen for 5 maps already. The margin is 1,200 as we try and get things going here. Bancho is trying to keep us on the edge of our seats here, and it's succeeding right now.
Thank you, Bancho, for this one. I hope it's not a disconnect. Oh no!
I don't like that. Not like this, man. All right, we'll keep it under the pretense that
that looks like a disconnect. I can't tell though.
We'll play it like it is. Hopefully they return here before long.
They haven't left the lobby.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the. We're playing Schrodinger's map right now, where
I'm watching the MP link. I'm watching it with eagle eyes. We did see a miss from Blacku, but still holding on to the accuracy lead there. So we'll hold strong, but Blacku with another miss is not looking good, especially with a double full combo coming from Mexico right now.
Yeah, the double FC is really putting in work right now. And this isn't a long song in the grand scheme of things. We're already in the last 8th. Both Ostrov and Kopi just doing what they've done so far, just to a whole other level. We've seen both of them kind of pick each other up when the other stumbles, but right now both of them just hand in hand marching to this finish line. It's gonna have to be an incredible score from Sukiya if they are still here. 898 though.
That's what? No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Very wrong. No,
it's about 992 is what would be needed here.
And I mean, the thing is, Sukiya is capable of doing that.
I do think that's possible.
We'll have to see.
I'm not sure what the limit is, especially since this would have been Germany's second abort in a row.
I'm not sure either. So we're working it out. I think we're gonna boot Tsukiya from the lobby here just to keep everything going. We'll have to wait and see here. We are still currently getting
Also,
everything
if
situated.
Sukiya has a screenshot of their play, they are able to use that score. By the way,
Absolutely.
I can't guarantee anything at the moment.
Right. So we will see. So everything you're seeing on screen is semi-automated. Bear with us here for the moment. We'll see. The margin has to be around 993,000.
Yes, that is the score that Sukiya would need.
And it's like if it's a disconnect, then the local score should probably be recorded if they were able to keep it going. Hopefully they didn't take their hands off the keyboard.
We got the local scores. Oh yeah, that's true too. So we have the scores from the lobby for everyone.
So for right now, we are Sukiya has rejoined us. We'll see. Yeah, the GGs are coming out. Tsukiya score didn't submit, so
that is unfortunate.
Man. Can't have it end like that, but
that's not the way I wanted the round of 32 weekend to end. Not gonna lie,
but I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is sometimes. Like, we are beholden to a lot of external factors sometimes, and sometimes they just don't play in the favor. I mean, it feels like there was the teeter, like Blacku's keyboard issue, and then Tsukiya disconnecting there.
I'm actually seeing that they were able to talk in Twitch chat. They wouldn't have had 993k anyways, so luckily I don't think it would have mattered, and Mexico still would have taken the advantage.
Yeah,
but it's just kind of unfortunate way to finish off the weekend. But one way or another, Mexico is going to pull off the upset and win that matchup 5-1 to move on to face China in the winners bracket. So and that doesn't take anything away from Mexico. They performed amazingly in this match. They really showed up when it matters, especially in terms of that combo game with the hybrids and long no picks, and did everything they needed to keep themselves in the winners bracket.
For sure. Like you said, this takes nothing away from that. They earned that match point situation. It's just, for the spectacle, would have liked for it to be a little different, but I mean, like I said, for Germany, not the end of the road. Gonna make the run in the lower bracket and see how far they can go. But for Mexico, once again, congratulations to them. And that will officially conclude the Mania 7 Key World Cup 2026's round of 32. All that's left now, Toph, is what's in store for next weekend.
Well, yeah, I guess what is in store for next weekend, because we've got one last stream to get through, but we'll be taking a short break, probably for about 12 minutes here. Not too much time between now and 19 UTC, which is going to be the time for our round of 16 map pool showcase. We've still got all 32 teams left in the tournament. No one's been eliminated, and we've still got a map pool to show you guys that they will be facing off each other with. All those in the losers bracket will be fighting for their tournament lives, and all those in the winners bracket will be fighting for their winners bracket lives. And that will be done using the map pool that will be showing off in just about 10 minutes, a little bit longer than that. So just like last match, we won't have too big of a break, but do you have anything else to say before we take a 10-minute break before our showcase here?
No, I think you've managed to cover everything that we've needed to. Put a nice little bow on proceedings here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the high-flying action from the round of 32. And we hope we'll catch you guys in a couple minutes. But until then, we'll catch you guys later.